Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. I see a few familiar faces. So I'm really glad that you could make it for this event. For those who don't know me, I'm Jérôme Delmeulle, Program Manager at the SJU. I'm in charge of the multimodality and passenger experience, also with a focus on airport operations. I'm here with Marcello, a colleague Marcello, ATM expert at the SESAR, and also Oznur, also Program Manager. So today, first of all, I want to thank Athens International Airport and Engage2 for the organization of this event. It's a lot of people with a rich background, so I think the event will be very interesting. So thanks for that. Passenger-centric and digital air mobility, airport and multimodality. I was looking at how to prepare this, in fact. So I did a little bit of digging with my AI friends, trying to sum up, in fact, what we've been doing, at SESAR in terms of airport and multimodality. And this is what we came up with. There is more, don't worry. This basically summarizes what we've done. You might not be able to read it, but I will help you with that. So, airsides, right? A lot of projects and solutions developed around runway throughput efficiency, like time-based operations, optimize wake turbulence categories, runway occupancy time, AMAN, DMAN, surface management navigation, follow the greens, routine techniques like taxiing and so on, flight vision systems, safety nets and monitoring, remote tower operations. I won't name them all. In fact, the list would be even longer, right? Then we have, let's say, more the airport operation sides, land sides, but also typical operations. Obviously, with the AOP, or Airport Operations Plan, the APOC, the CDM, Airport CDM, and Total Airport Management, comprising environmental aspects, operational aspects, landside integration. And then finally, multimodality and passenger experience. There again, we had a number of projects and solutions, starting with lower maturity, let's say, but still, looking ahead and developing solutions around information sharing, the modeling of multimodality and mobility in general, airport operations, smart contracts, data sharing again, and integration. In fact, we had a project with Europe's Rail. So a synergy project to look at the combination of air and rail transportation, looking at a higher maturity level, door-to-door connectivity, and so on. So just a couple of things about this picture here. There's a lot, right? So it means that you in this room have a lot of experience, a lot of expertise, in fact, to share. And whether it's a direct or indirect contribution to multimodality and passenger focus, it can actually contribute to developing ideas and new solutions. That's a very important aspect. So I'm really glad that we have this very broad crowd in this event today. Second aspect is, as you can see, it's almost chronologic. We've had a focus, let's say, on the real core aviation side, right? So ATC side almost. A lot of solutions developed there. Then we moved on to more operational aspects, more management of operations, and then a gradual shift towards multimodality. So, and in fact, in SESAR 3, there was a flagship actually organized, created especially on multimodality and passenger experience. So we see this trend, right? I'm not saying we don't do any airport operations anymore, but we are gradually opening up and considering the airport as a crucial node in terms of intermodality, in terms of passenger experience. So this is the trend. And if I go to the next and final slide, this is basically sort of an extract from the ATM master plan, summarizing how we see airports, in fact, in the coming years. You can read a fully integrated multimodal hub with the network for seamless passenger experience. The network being actually larger than the typical aviation network. Again, airports play an important role in multimodality. They are the de facto intermodal hub. And therefore, we are looking at developing that further, positioning, in fact, airports as, in an intermodal transport system, looking at information sharing, but also building on solutions and expertise that we already have. In fact, the sort of lessons learned that we've already, got from other multimodal projects is this experience that aviation has in general in terms of managing operations, and collaborative decision making. This doesn't necessarily exist, at least at the same level of maturity in the other domains, in the other transports. And therefore, this is something that we can really push forward, and build on. So, it's part of this plan. Of course, it's all about digitalization, so automation and artificial intelligence. And of course, last points, the integration of the new means of transport, future means of transport, with the vertiport operations and new space. In a nutshell, this is what we wanted to share with you. I hope we're going to have very interesting exchanges in a couple of days, and thank you very much for that. Thank you.